we'll be starting with Vriddhisandhi. So in Swara Sandhis, we have learned Yadasandhi, Ayadisandhi, or otherwise called as Yantavantadesha Sandhi. And we saw Savarna Dirgha Sandhi, Guna Sandhi, and today we'll be learning about Vriddhisandhi. This is the fifth Sandhi in Swara Sandhi. So at the end of this lesson, we'll be able to learn what is Vriddhisandhi and the table and the rules of Vriddhisandhi, the examples of Vriddhisandhi from Ramayana and Bhagavata, and few special cases in Vriddhisandhi. So first let us see a shloka. Shrutva chaitatrilokajño valmikirnarado vachah shruyata miti chamantya prahrushto vakyamabravit. This is the first shloka. The second is Itham vidhanyanekani vasatam guruveshmasu guroranugrahena puman purnah prashantake. So here chaitat and anugrahena, in between those two words we have I as the adesha, which is nothing but the Vriddhisandhi occurring here. So in Shutta Chaitat, if we split the Chaitat sound, we will get Shutta cha etat trilokajño. Similarly, in the other shloka, Guror anugrahena, if we split that, we will get Guror anugrahena eva. So here, Guror anugrahena eva, and in the previous example, Chaitat, so we see the Aikara coming in place of Akara and Ekara. So this is Vriddhisandhi. So what is Vriddhi? Vriddhi is nothing but the result of sound transformation. What are the letters or what are the sounds which are encompassed by the Vriddhi are I, Au, Ar, Al. These four letters come under Vriddhi. So these letters come in the result and the swara gets transformed in this Sandhi. So now let us see the table. So the Vriddhisandhi has many rules. Among them, this table covers the famous and the most widely used forms, most widely used rule. So in this rule, the Purva Varna will be Akara or Akara, that is Hrasva A or Dirgha A. Paravarna either can be A, I or O, Au. Any one among these. If the Paravarna is Ekara or Aikara, then the Adesha is Aikara. If the Paravarna is Okara, if the Paravarna is Okara or Aukara, then the Adesha is Aukara. So where does this Adesha come? This Adesha comes in the place of Purva Varna and Paravarna. So like Savarna Dirgha Sandhi and Guna Sandhi, this Adesha takes place in the place of Purva Varna and Paravarna. So this is seen here. Atra Purva Paravarnayoho sthane Vriddhehe Adeshaha bhavati. Let's see an example. So we saw Chaitat in the first shloka. So if we split it, it is cha etat. If we split the letters in these words, it is ch a, and in the right hand side we have a, t, a, t. So here on the left hand side we see the letter a. On the right hand side we see a. So in the place of these two letters, we get aikara as adesha. So the final form will be chaitat. Cha etat chaitat is the final form. So how do you express this in sentence? A एताभ्यां वर्णाभ्यां यदा ए ऐ इत्येतौ वर्णौ परतः भवतः तदा तयोः नाम पूर्वपरवर्णयोः स्थाने ऐ इति, यदि तत्र ओ औ इत्येतौ वर्णौ परतः भवतः तर्हि तयोः नाम तत्र पूर्वपरवर्णयोः स्थाने औ इति एषः आदेशः भवति. So when or a is followed by a, I or o, au, then I and au are the adesha letters, are the result sound. So what is the sutra? The sutra is vriddhirechi, vriddhihi echi. H we have seen in Maheshwara Sutras, ayun, rilik, a, om, I, ouch. So by the letter H, there are, by the word H, we get 4 letters, A, O, I and O. So here the Maheshwara Sutras are also given. You can see there, by H, by H, A, O, I, O are taken. So what is vriddhi? So it is defined as vriddhiradaich. Vriddhihi at aich. Aich is I and au. At refers to R and all. So these are the vriddhi letters. Similar to guna, this term vriddhi is specific to Sanskrit grammar. You shouldn't take the meaning of vriddhi as growth or something else. Vriddhi here refers to these 4 letters only. So this is the sutra. So now if we see an example from Ramayana, Vishwamitrastu brahmarshir hunkarena bhibhatyatam swastiraghavajораस्तु jayam chaivabhyabhashata. Swastiraghavajораस्तु jayam chaivabhyabhashata. Chaivabhyabhashata. What is the sandhi here? If you see, so if we split the letters, cha, ch, a, evabhyabhashata, evabhyabhashata. So in place of akara and ekara, that is purvarna and paravarna, we get one adesha, that is aikara. So if we combine all the letters, we will get chaivabhyabhashata. So the left hand side we have akara, right hand side we have ekara. The aikara is replacing the purvarna and paravarna. Thus we have the final form chaivabhyabhashata. So only in the shloka it is given swastiraghavajораस्तु jayam chaivabhyabhashata. So this is Vriddhisandhi. Now coming to the other rules or the special cases of Vriddhisandhi, there are predominantly another 3 rules in Vriddhisandhi. The second rule, that is first case in the special rules. So here the purvarna will be akara, the paravarna will be ukara. That is akara of the aksha shabda. That is the last letter of aksha shabda. And in paravarna, ukara should be there. That ukara should be the starting letter of the word uhini. So basically we should have aksha in the left hand side, uhini on the right hand side. Since the Purvarna is Akara and the Paravarna is Ukara, we get the Adesha Aukara. Remember, this is an exception for Guna Sandhi. In Guna Sandhi, if we remember Guna Sandhi, in the Purvarna, if the Purvarna is Akara and if the Paravarna is U or U, then Okara Desha used to come. We saw many examples like Gunopetaha, Guna Upetaha, Gunopetaha. Sacha Sarva Gunopetaha was the shloka given. So Guna Upetaha, left hand side we had Akara, right hand side we had Ukara. In place of those two letters, Akara and Ukara, we got the Okara as the Adesha. That is Guna Sandhi. Similarly, here also the Purvarna is Akara and the Paravarna is Ukara, but here the Adesha is Vriddhi. That is, Aukara is coming as the Adesha and not Okara. So if we have if we have Aksha on the left hand side and Uhini on the right hand side, we can't do the Guna Sandhi. We have to do Vriddhisandhi only. So this is one special case. So this is a Drishtanta. This is an example from Bhagavatam. Akshauhinam patibhirasurair nripalanchanaih bhuva akramyamanaya abharaya kritodyamaha. So here if you see the first word, Akshauhinam. Akshauhinam is the word. So if we split Aksh, Au, Hininam. Au, if we split, the left hand side is Akara, the right hand side is Ukara. So we get Aksha Uhininam. Aksha Uhininam. If we join, it becomes Akshauhininam. This is an example for the second rule we mentioned. Now moving forward to the third. Just a minute. Yes, the previous example, which is Akshauhinam, this occurs only between Aksha and Uhini. It doesn't occur between any other letters, and that is any other words. Say if there is some other word which has the ending letter as A, and in front of that there is another word which starts with Ukara. Say, just now we saw one example. In Guna Sandhi exercise, we saw right hand side Urmi and left hand side some Vikrita or something of that. So Vikrita Urmi, it becomes Vikritormi. It doesn't become Vikritaurmi. So there the Guna Sandhi only occurs. So this case is very specific for these two words only. Aksha, Uhini, these two words should be there on the left hand side and the right hand side respectively. Only then Vriddhisandhi occurs in this case. Okay. So the next rule is on the left hand side we should have the sound akara of these words, that is pra, vatsatara, kambala, vasana, dasha, rina. If we have these words on the left hand side and akara is the ending letter of these words. So if we have Purvavarna as akara and Paravarna, if the Paravarna is rikara, then the Adesha is R. And Paravarna also rikara of the word rina. That is, the starting letter of rina should be present. So then only we will get the Adesha R. So this is again an exception for Guna Sandhi. So if you see some examples for this, pra, rinam, prarnam. Vatsatara rinam vatsatararnam. Kambala rinam kambalarnam. Vasana rinam vasanarnam. Similarly, dasha rinam dasharnam. Rina rinam rinarnam. So everywhere you can see R is coming. So that is the Adesha. Vatsatararnam, Kambalarnam, etc. So this is the third rule. Let us see one example from Ramayana. Mekhalam utkalam chaiva dasharnanagarāṇyapi ashvavantīmavantīm ca sarvamevānupashyata. So here Dasharna Nagaranyapi. Dasharna Nagara is given. So if we see this split here, Dasharna Nagara, Dash R Nagaranyapi. So in R is split into two letters. One is A, the other is R. So we get Dasha Rena Nagaranyapi. Dasha Rina Nagaranyapi. Dasharna Nagaranyapi is the Sandhi happening here. So this is also Vriddhisandhi. Again, this is a specific case. You can't have any paravarna, that is the right hand side word should be Rina only, and the left hand side word should be one among these words. Pra, Vatsa, Vatsatra, Kambala, Dashana, Dasha, Vasana, Rina. One among these words only. You can't have any word on the left hand side and any Rikara, the Pada on the right side, and do Vriddhisandhi. Remember that. So moving on, the fourth and the final niyama is, if the Purva Varna is Akara, that is the ending letter of Stva, and the Paravarna, if it is Ikara, that is the starting letter of Ira or Irin. Both these words are possible. If the Paravarna is Ikara, then the Adesha is I. अत्र पूर्वपरावर्णयोः स्थाने वृद्धेः आदेशः भवति. So the Purva should be Swa, Parapada should be Ira or Irin, and Purvavarna is Akara and the Paravarna is Ikara. Thus we get the Adesha Aikara. Again remember, this is an exception for Gunasandhi. Here Gunasandhi should have occurred, but this rule overrules the Gunasandhi and does the job of Vriddhisandhi. So we get Swaira. So we can see in this shloka, Nana Vesha Samayuktan Yatha Swaira Gatan Bahun Tikshna Shula Dharamshtaiva Vajrinashcha Mahabalan. This is a shloka taken from Sundarakanda of Ramayana. Yatha Swaira Gatan Bahun. If you see there, Yatha Swaira word is there. So Swaira Aikara Adesha is there. If you split it, Yathasva Ai Ragatan, I can be split into Akara and Ikara. So we get the form Yathasva Iragatan. Yathasva Iragatan is the final form. So this is the fourth and the last niyama of Vriddhisandhi. So let's now see some examples for Vriddhisandhi. So I think we are familiar with the steps in joining and splitting the sandhis. So I'll just brush through these. First step is to split the letters in the words. The second step is to identify what is the Purvavarna, Paravarna, Sthani, Adesha, etc. The third step is to recognize what is the Sthani in the particular example. Then what is the Adesha in the particular example. Then we can join the Sandhi and tell the final form. Now let us go to the examples. I will lower everyone's hands. If you would like to participate, kindly raise your hand. Krishnamurti Shivaraman. Krishnamurti Shivaraman.
Nana Rupatmano Buddhihi Swairiniva Gunanvita Tannishtamagatasyeha Kimasat Karma Bhir Bhavet Swairiniva Swara Raniva.
Where's the possibility of Sandhi?
Swa. So the possibility is on the swai.
Swai. Uttamam.
Why?
Uttamam.
So Purva Varnaha Swa.
Purva Varna. What is the Purva Varna?
Swa. Swa.
Swa
Akara.
iti shabdaha. Padam.
Akara shabda. Word is Swa.
Right hand side?
Right hand side. Iriniva. Ira. Paravarna hai E. Mahodaya, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Ira.
Swa Ira. Uttamam. Swa Iriniva.
Iriniva.
Uttamam. Swa Iriniva. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavada.
Vaishali Bhagini.
Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha. Next shloka.
Pita me matuleyaya swayamahooya dattavan Krishne Krishnaya tatchittam akshauhinya sakhi janaihi. Akshauhinya tatra asti sandhihi. Aksha uhinya akara purvavarnaha ऊकार परवर्णः आदेशः औ विशेष नियमः अस्ति अक्षौहिण्य अक्ष ऊहिण्या इति
अक्ष ऊहिण्या इति
ऊहिण्या या
उत्तमम् अक्ष ऊहिण्या इति भवति सम्यक् उक्तं धन्यवादाः नेक्स्ट् अमिता भार्गव Amita Bhargava.
Sir, I have a doubt in the last this thing. It was Uhinya, and it became Uhinya. Hinya became Hinya.
Your doubt is how did it that become, right?
Yeah.
So let us not get into the rules or conditions for that, but just remember, if we take the uhini as the separate word, then at the end that is dantya nakara, that is tatha dadhana should be there. But if it is joined with aksha shabda, then we get that nakara, tatha dadhana, murdhanya nakara. So then it becomes akshauhini, or here akshauhinya.
Because of the aksha.
Okay. But more you can learn in the future.
So I hope we'll have some more grammar classes too.
Sorry?
I hope we'll have some more grammar classes too to improve our knowledge.
Actually, this is discussed in high school grammar course. You can refer there. In high school, Sanskrit grammar made easy. Our Mahodaya has taught on this.
Yes,
would you like to try the next shloka?
Yes, I would like to try. Yash Shraddhayaitad Bhagavat Priyanam Pandoho Sutanam Iti Samprayanam Shrunotyalam Swastayanam Pavitram Vaharau Bhakti Mupaiti Siddhim Shraddhayetad Shraddhaya Shraddhayaitad will become Shraddhaya Purva Varnaha Asti and Etad 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 will be so Purva Varna, so Parva Varna is Adeshaha is I. So this will be Aitad. Shraddhaya Aitad.
Shraddhaya etad. If you split it is etad.
Yeah, Shraddhaya Etad. Shraddhaya Etad.
Shraddhaya etad. Uttam. Dhanyavadah. Next. Ravi Chandar.
Namaskar, Acharya. Naitachchitrandvayik Kshattarbhadarayana Viryaje Grihito Nanya Bhavena Yatvaya Haririshwaraha Naitachchitram iti na etat chitram.
Uttam. What is the Purva Varna, Paravarna and Adesha?
Purva Varna is a, Paravarna is a, Adesha is I.
Uttam. Na etat chitram. Uttam. Dhanyavadah. Yugal Goenka.
Ram. Ekekayojanam putra vistaram adhigacchata ayavat turanga sandarsha tavat khanata medinim ekekayojanam eka जोड़ एक योजनम.
What is the Purva?
आकार आकार अस्ति तत्परम ए तो दीर्घ ऐ भवति. ए दीर्घ ऐ.
सम्यक् उक्तं. धन्यवादाः. नेक्स्ट चंद्रिका भगिनी.
राम महोदय. यस्मात् प्रिया प्रिय वियोग सयोग जन्म शोकाग्निना सकलयोनिषु दह्यमानः दुःखौषधं तदपि दुःखमतद्धियाहं भूमन् भ्रमामि वद मे तव दास्य योगम् अत्र दुःखौषधं दुःख प्लस औषधं पूर्ववर्ण अकार ह्रस्व अकार परवर्ण औषधम ओ परवर्ण आदेश औष औ आदेशः औ दुःखौषधम.
Here the paravarna can be either okara or aukara. Both are right. Oshadham is also there. Aushadham is also there. Both mean the same. So, Dukha Aushadham is given in the slide, but as you told, it can be Oshadham also.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः. Next, Suman Bala.
Hello.
Suman Bala.
Namaskara.
Namaskara. Next.
अथवा धारयिष्यामि क्रोधम् अद्य निशामि माम गृहताम् उदयः स्वैरं कामभोगेषु वानर. स्व इरम पूर्ववर्णः इ परवर्णः स्व
परवर्णः
परवर्णः इ
पूर्ववर्णः अकारः.
स्व इरम
इरम स्व इरम स्वैरम इति भवति. उत्तमं. नेक्स्ट नागरत्नम्. धन्यवादः. नागरत्नम्.
ब्रह्मादय सुरगणा मुनयोत सिद्धाः सत्वैकदानमतयो वचसां प्रवाकैः नारादितुं पुरुगुणैरधुना अधुना अपि पिबृः किं तोष्टुमर्हति समे हरिरुग्णजातैः जातेः सत्वैकदानमदयोः. तत्र ऐ अस्ति सत्व सत्व प्लस ऐ सत्व ये सत्व एकदा धनमतयो. अत्र ऐकारः आदेशः भवति. पूर्ववर्णः अकारः परवर्णः एकारः ये ऐकारः आदेशः भवति.
सत्यं. सत्व एकतानमतयो सत्वैकतानमतयो. उत्तमं. धन्यवादाः.
धन्यवादः.
नेक्स्ट मोहन पार्थसारथि.
अतते कालरूपस्य क्षपयिष्णोर् अमुख्य वै अचौहिनीनां विधनं दक्ष्याम्यर्जुनसारथेः.
Could you read the shloka once again, Maharaj? I couldn't hear the last part.
अतते कालरूपस्य क्षपयिष्णोर् अमुष्य वै.
Ksha is not heard properly.
क्षपयिष्णोरनु अमुष्य वै अक्षौहिनीनां विधनं दृश्यम्यर्जुनः सारथेः
द्रक्ष्यामि
द्रक्ष्याम्यर्जुनसारथेः
No.
अक्षौहिणीनाम् अक्ष ऐहिनी अक्ष ये ऐहिनीनाम् अक्ष
See the table?
अक्ष ओहिनीनाम्.
No. See the table. Just now we saw a special case.
Uhinina. Aksha Uhinina.
Aksha Uhinina.
Uhinina. Aksha
Uhinina iti bhavati. So this is a special case. Aksha Uhininam, Swairam are special cases. Dhanyavadah. Samyam uktam. So with this we complete today's class.